service is provided by freeconferencing.com. Please enter your access code followed by the pound. This menu will repeat.
Hello, staff.
Access code accepted.
Hello, partners, I should say, not staff. I just got through talking.
Recorded.
Hello, family. It is right at 6 o'clock, maybe 6:01, and I'm calling you to do a little talk to you. What makes me fire someone that has worked for me, a staff member? This is mainly for leaders, but some of you are my partners, and you're saying, I lost my job. I lost my job. I lost my job. And when I get to talking to someone who had lost their job, I know why they lost their job. I know why. There's only one reason anybody fails. Only one. Dishonor. Dishonor. There's only one reason. To me, dishonor is the number one sin. Everything bad on the earth comes through dishonor. Everything. Adam dishonored God's words about the tree, the forbidden. Cain, the elder brother of Abel, showed great dishonor. All the 10 commandments are about dishonor. Isn't that amazing? The first 4 commandments deal with dishonoring God, His name, the day of worship. The last 6 commandments are there because of dishonoring people. Theft is dishonor. Lying is dishonor. Defiance to authority is dishonor. Everything is over dishonor. If your marriage is coming apart, there's dishonor. I put 2 of my brother-in-laws in jail because of one thing. They dishonored my sisters. More than just hitting them, striking them, trying to hurt them, but dishonor. A man that will not work on a job regularly is a man of dishonor. A woman who doesn't study her husband to understand what he loves, what he hates, what brings him sadness, is a person of dishonor. You looking for the phone numbers there?
I'm looking for the password.
Okay, we're making a lot of noise there. Let's don't make the noise.
Yes, sir.
Is a person of dishonor. Had a real experience last night through my sleep and today when I awakened. I told you how the Lord dealt with me 2 days ago when I was started my bicycle riding for 1 hour. And I don't do the hard kind, where it looks like you can't hardly pedal. I pedal where it's real easy at first, then at the end of the hour I go on the hard things. But the Lord really dealt with me again. He said, I've given you a body. The body is for your pleasure. Your body is for you to do the work, my work on the earth. And obviously I said to him, I value that. If you heard my teaching yesterday on the School of Wisdom, I stopped all of my plans yesterday, and I have many responsibilities. But I stopped all my plans yesterday to invest hour after hour, as if my books were not enough, to teach my staff and the Wisdom Center church family about how to succeed in life. You can't help a non-receiver. It's impossible to help a non-listener. But everything, every loss can be traced through dishonor. The people reveal their heart through dishonor. A tone, talking to a police officer, that's above us. That's okay. If you hadn't got it, that's okay. You can turn it off. I've told everybody to have Facebook and Periscope, so if they didn't, that's gone. I woke up today with an incredible sensitivity to dishonor. I just spoke to my staff for 30 minutes about it. It's actually the only sin on the earth. It may be dishonoring God, maybe dishonoring people. Just a few moments ago, a minister from France that had come to visit for the weekend had driven up, and he saw me, and I'd asked him, he wants, of course, like 10,000 others, want me to give Trump some advice and give him a plan for the world. But I told him, I said, I don't discuss these things now. I'm in the presence of God. I just finished preaching last night. Write it all. I said, no. I said, I just gave you an instruction. When you make a request, you better do some adaptation if you want that request to be honored. Timing. If you ever meet any human who understands timing, you've met the highest echelon on the earth of humans. So they said, he's here, he wants to see you. I said, well, open the van door. I was just dealing with a police incident at the Wisdom Center, a situation that brought me severe disappointment. And he puts his head in, he hands me a sheet of paper. I said, your name and address is not even here. Do you have a business card? He said, yes, I have a business card. And he starts to write some things. I said, wait, I asked you if you had a business card. Yes. I said, I didn't ask you to write all that. I said, give me your business card. Well, I said, no, now you give your business card, then give it to my assistant outside. Let me share something with you. Every loss in your life will come through disrespect. In my opinion, 9 out of 10 people who lose their job, who are fired because of disrespect. They didn't respect a leader, their boss, their manager, the owner of a business. But I listen for disrespect. Now, some are very skilled. They're shrewd. We call them sweet talkers. Sweet talkers. They know how to talk to you. They're sweet. They know how to acclimate to the moment and become the great human. But I'm very serious about honor. One of my sisters would let her husband hit her again. Actually, 2 of them. Hit her again, go back to him, hit her again. They call this the battered, like a baseball bat, battered wife syndrome. And they said that when a woman allows herself to be battered the second and the third time, that she has a problem with her self-portrait. I believe that is true. What you permit, the treatment you allow, will reveal your self-portrait. What you're willing to endure from somebody. And it does great damage, does severe damage to your life for you to endure someone's dishonor. Now, if somebody on Periscope, and we do have the insane visit me during the Periscope time with you, The insane cannot stay silent. But they show you dishonor. They say things out of dishonor. If you allow that to enter your mind, if your brother mistreats you and treats you bad, don't allow him close to your life. If you have a sister, I've got 4, what in heaven? If you have a sister who doesn't hesitate to confront you, defy you, and call you names, maybe even cuss you out, don't stay in relationship. I wouldn't stay in relationship with anyone who talked to me in the tone of dishonor. Well, my boss told me to do something and I told him, are you on the payroll? When you signed acceptance of the job position and the salary, did you agree? Did you enter into agreement with your boss? Well, I want to change you. No, leave. 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 Don't stay in an environment where your worst comes out of you. Don't stay under a boss that makes you mad you want to spit in his face. Don't stay in that kind of environment. And leaders, don't endure that. Do not endure that from anybody on your staff. It's dangerous to your self-portrait. If you make an appointment with your pastor and say, I'll meet you at 4 o'clock, then you walk in at 4:30, I hope you don't expect him to keep and postpone all his other appointments because of you. Well, there's more traffic. Did you call him? Did you update him? Did you tell him you were sorry? Did you say, what was your response to your dishonor? When something happens for me and I'm not able to make an appointment with a hairstylist, I pay double. I tip twice the cost of my hairstylist. I tip him twice what he charges me because I'm usually 10 or 15 minutes late. He does a good job, good man. I'm telling you today that the endurance of dishonor is unnecessary. It's an adaptation without a reward to it. I would say this to every leader, every pastor, every business owner. We train people through what we permit. And that's one of the top 5 mistakes of my 70 years on the earth. We train people by what we permit. Mike, talk to me about the dishonor. Do they dishonor your time? Are they disrespectful of your counsel, your advice, your feedback? How valuable is your teaching to them? There would be no reason to keep somebody on my staff who were absent yesterday for my entire day of the School of Wisdom. There's no reason to keep them. Why? They don't believe what I teach. They don't desire what I teach. They have no passion for the Word of God, and they can bring horrifying consequences through the contagious nature of the defiant, the rebel. I see things today like I've never seen them in my lifetime. I'm seeing things that I have asked for 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. They're either incompetent or disrespectful. If they're incompetent and they require 4 or 5 times repetitious instructions, if they're incompetent, they need to be at a Walmart somewhere or Kmart where they can be paid what they're worth, not at the Wisdom Center. It only takes one person that does damage to your self-portrait. And I've decided today I don't want to live a single 60-second minute with someone who is disrespectful. Because you already have enough. You have enough dishonor that has nothing to do with you paying for it or investing in someone, your friendship. I consider my favor to be unlike any humans in the world. I consider my favor to have monetary value, spiritual value, mental intelligence value, emotional value, credibility. I consider a relationship with me to be kind of irreplaceable. You say, oh, you think you're a lot. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I know how rare integrity is. I know how rare it is for someone to want you to succeed so badly they'll invest everything possible, writing books, investing time, trying to get you to succeed. I mark well those who make me feel like I don't matter. I'm not important. My favor has no value to them. My conversation has no value. We have 2 couples I was just with from Canada, and they're partners in our ministry. The other brother from France. I want to say this to leaders. Lester Sumrall told me something I will never forget. Dr. Sumrall is one of the most brilliant humans. Make a note to order some of his books. I've got a number of his books, but not all of them. And Marilyn Hickey. He said, it's not the person that you fire that will become your problem. It's the person you don't fire that you should fire. If you've given someone the instruction 4 and 5 times, I've never seen one of them change in 70 years of conversation with people. If they don't listen to you the 2nd and the 3rd and the 4th time, let it be known on this book, in this journal, on this 9th day, Monday night of January the 9th, 2017. Let it be known. Can you hear me now? Miss Preety, can you hear me?
Yes, Dr. Murdock.
Was you having a problem?
I can hear you, Dr. Murdock. Occasionally there's background noise.
If I click this right now you don't hear the background, right? That's right. That's why I had it on not speaker. Why did God open up the earth for 250 top generals of the Israeli army under Moses? You say, how on earth could 2.5 million Jews have all of their generals removed in a single day? God opening up the earthquake and killing their families as well. You can't afford the defiant. God himself does not forgive the defiant. God only forgives the repentant. And the proof of repentance is reimbursement for the time they stole from you, the money they stole from you. It's really hard to fire someone that you basically like, that you love, and you really want them to succeed. But when you taste the bitterness of disdain, I want to say that again. When you taste the bitterness of disdain and contempt, you cannot keep your focus. You cannot stay on track. You cannot complete your assignment. The only true problem on the earth is a wrong person. Instruct him to go inside and find them. Well, you can tell him to come in. Tell him to go in and find them. Go inside the store. It was like God today pulled back the cover. If you say yeah to your boss, to me, yeah, instead of yes, sir, to authority over you, you got a problem. You got a big problem. Bigger than you know about. When somebody comes to me and say they lost their job, I know there was a reason, because a boss does not fire someone who solves more problems than they create. Nobody with sense. One lady told me, I was fired for witnessing for Jesus on the job. I said, did the man hire you to witness for Jesus on your job? Well, no. On the job description, did it say that you were to go from department to department with the Bible? Well, no. So that was not the agreement. Well, no. But Jesus told you to honor those in authority over you. Jesus said to honor those in authority over you. I find people who disrespect the Bible laws of God and the teachings of Jesus to be deadly to your mission statement on the earth. God never authorized you to respond to a distraction. God never told you to accommodate those who sneer, those who are arrogant. Jesus told his disciples the very opposite. Jesus said to his disciples, when you enter an environment, a home, and they don't show you respect and honor, leave the house. Shake the dust off your feet. What did he not say? He did not say, this is important, start a prayer meeting. Anoint them with oil. Give them one of your books. Invite them to church. Start singing. Instead, he said, break your relationship with them 100%. The unrepentant cannot even be changed, saved. The disrespectful cannot even become a Christian. Peter J. Daniels, the billionaire from Australia that I reference often, a personal friend, a remarkable speaker, he did not even know how to read nor write, was saved in a Billy Graham crusade, gave his heart to God, learned how to read and write as an illiterate bricklayer, read 7,000 biographies, told me. And I cannot remember a time that I've been with him that he didn't tell me. Never give anybody an instruction the second time. That's what he said. He said they will train you. They will train you to do so. So I give you these moments tonight to let you know my thoughts and my feelings. Respect isn't a bowing. Respect is not being polite. Respect is a spirit-to-spirit occasion. And when the wisdom of God comes upon you, you will refuse any hint of a relationship of disrespect. Good night.